Now, I'll be just narrating this story. I want a show of hands. How many of you are familiar with the story of the prodigal son? Universal, okay. You've heard it read so many times before, we thought, oh, why read it again? Let's have people play the roles. Well, actually, no, let's stay closer together. No, we want to stay close together here. Yeah, we can share this microphone between the three. Come on down. Let's all stay very close together here. If you three want to be like elbow to elbow. Now, we're going to start by having you tell us your given name, and then tell us your name in today's script. Starting with?
My name's Brandon, and I'm the younger son.
Good.
Real close to the mic, yeah. Real close.
Really? Right.
My name's Felicity, and I'm playing the older son.
I'm Gary Duncan, and I will be the father.
Funny how that works today. Worked out well today. So here's the story that appears in Luke chapter 15. We start out with verses 1 to 3, and then we jump ahead to the story of the lost son, which starts at verse 11 and goes to 32. So here's how Luke tells the story. The tax collectors and the sinners were all gathering around to hear Jesus. But the Pharisees and the teachers of the law were whispering among themselves. They said, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." Then Jesus told them a story. He said, "There was a man who had 2 sons. The younger son spoke to his father, and he said,
'Father, give me my share of the family property.'
So the father divided his property between his 2 sons. Now, not long after that, the younger son packed up all he had. Then he left for a country far away, and there he wasted his money on wild living. He spent everything he had. Then the whole country ran low on food, so the son didn't have what he needed. So he went to work for someone who lived in that country, and that person sent the son to the fields to feed the pigs. The son wanted to fill his stomach with even the food the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. Then he began to think clearly again. He said,
How many of my father's hired servants have more than enough food, but I am here dying from hunger? I will get up, go back to my father. I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and I have sinned against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants."
So he got up, and he went to his father. While the son was still a long way off, his father saw him. He was filled with tender love for his son. He ran up to him, he threw his arms around him and kissed him.
The son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer fit to be called your son.
But the father said to his servants, "Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fattest calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. This son of mine was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found."
So they began to celebrate. But the older son was in the field. When he came near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and he asked him what was going on. The servant replied, "Your brother has come home. Your father has killed the fattest calf. He has done this because your brother is back, safe and sound." The older brother became angry. He refused to go in. So his father went out and begged him. But he answered his father,
Look, all these years I've worked like a slave for you. I have always obeyed your orders. You never gave me even a young goat so I could celebrate with my friends. But this son of yours wasted your money with some prostitutes. Now he comes home, and for him you kill the fattest calf.
My son, the father said, you are always with me. Everything I have is yours. But we had to celebrate and be glad. This brother of yours was dead. Now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found.
And know this for certain. This is the word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God. And let's hear it for these great readers. Thank you so much for your efforts. Really appreciate it. Good job. Good job. Here, let me take that.